Hello, my friends, it's Danny, and today I want to chat about a health, wellness, and weight loss tool that I think is more helpful, more logical, and more effective than willpower. So tell me, have you ever had the experience where you feel like if you could just take a specific action or stop taking a specific action, that you would most definitely make progress towards your health, wellness, and or weight loss goal, right? So this is just something that you instinctually know, right? We all have an inner wisdom, an inner knowing. This is not something that you need an external guru or a book to affirm for you. You just know that if you did this thing or stopped doing this thing, you would make some progress. I like to think of this as low-hanging fruit. So things that may even be very obvious. So for example, it could be if every single night after dinner, you snack on the couch in the evening when you're not really hungry, and you feel like if you stopped doing that, you could definitely make progress towards your weight loss goals. Or maybe you want to work more vegetables into your diet and you believe that they would give you more energy and that you would begin to feel better, have a little more pep in your step. But for whatever reason, you just can't implement that change. Now, the habitual pattern behavior for many people when we're struggling with health and or weight loss goals is to think that this is a willpower issue, right? We take these obstacles and then we use them against ourselves by saying things to ourselves or asking ourselves questions like, what is wrong with me? Why is this so hard for me? Why can't I ever do this? Why can't I get this right? Why am I not capable of reaching this goal for myself? Why can't I be more consistent? Why can't I be more disciplined, etc.? But what we have to remember is that the quality of our questions to ourselves and to others will determine the quality of the answers that we find. Okay, so the quality of your question will determine the quality of your answer. If you ask yourself low-level, unkind questions, your brain is going to provide you with low-level, unkind answers. That's just the way we work. So for example, if you ask yourself, what is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Your brain will seek answers to that question. Well, because you're lazy, because you're unmotivated, because you don't try hard enough, because you're not disciplined, because you don't have enough willpower. Your brain will go about trying to answer the question that you give it. The energy and the intention of the question is always going to determine the energy and the intention of the answer. When we have a specific habit that we want to change, what so many of us have been taught is, oh, you just need more willpower and more discipline. And so we take that information and then we automatically make ourselves wrong, as though if I could only do this or if I could only do that, I need more willpower, I need more discipline, without really doing a kinder, more curious, deeper, more interested investigation. So the tool that I have found to be way more effective than willpower for myself and with my clients is to simply ask yourself why from a place of true interest, right? From a place of ease and love and compassion and real curiosity. One of my mentors taught me that the truth said without love is not really the truth. And I could not agree with that more. In my own life, I have truly come to find that subject matter is half the story and our own energy and intention is the other half. Because I can tell you for sure that every single action you take or do not take has a very valid and good reason. It's not, I promise you, because you're stupid, lazy, or not capable. Every action we take, consciously or unconsciously, is a valid attempt at some type of self-care. And that may not always be evident at the surface, which is why it's so important that we're willing enough to stay loving and compassionate and curious enough with ourselves to ask the why and to take a deeper look. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a piece of paper or your favorite journal, and on the left side of the page, write 1 to 3 things that you would like to do and or stop doing that you believe would support your health, wellness, and or weight loss goals. Okay, and then once you have those down, I want you to go to the right side of the paper and I want you to kindly and gently ask yourself, why does this feel so tricky for me? How does this habit or behavior serve me? What does it actually provide for me? And why do I do it? Why do I like doing it? Get really curious about why you're doing or not doing the things you think you would like to do, because then you have a real opportunity to understand yourself and your current habits. And once you can understand it, you have a real place to work when it comes to changing it. If you don't really understand what you're working with, that's when we're just trying to use willpower to will our way to the finish line without really feeling connected to what we're doing. Let's use the example I used earlier. Let's say that after dinner every evening, you eat snacks on the couch late at night when you're not really hungry, and you believe if you stopped doing that, you would make progress towards your goals. I want you to ask yourself, why am I still eating the snacks if I don't want to continue doing this behavior? How do these snacks serve me, right? And be curious about the part of you that wants to eat the snacks. Don't just try to push that part of you away. Invite that part of yourself to the table and try to understand what that is all about. You may find that late at night in the evening, you feel really lonely, and having those snacks helps you to regulate that emotion a little bit for yourself. You may find that you have really stressful days, and at the end of the day, that feels like your place and your time to finally let everything go and just numb out a bit, and the snacks help you to do that. Or you may find that you've simply just created a habit that, takes a little bit of energy and intention to shift, right? Anytime we want to shift a habit at the beginning, it does invite a little bit of discomfort to the table. What I really want you to see is that taking that deeper exploration and finding what's underneath it. So for example, things like loneliness or stress or desiring more fun or pleasure or play in your life, none of these things can be addressed or cared for by micromanaging your food or by trying to have more willpower or discipline with food, right? They then require a different level of self-care and self-nourishment. And when you understand what the underlying need is, then you know what is really asking for your love and your attention. So oftentimes our struggles with food and health and or weight loss are not about what we think they are about. And we have to be willing to just take that deeper dive so that we can truly understand what we're working with. Because I can't reiterate enough, and I know I already said it, that it's never because there's anything inherently wrong with you or me or anybody who has a hard time getting to a goal, right? It's always about developing and deepening the relationship that we have with ourselves so we can better understand our needs and then what we need to make that forward progress. So I'm curious to hear if this resonates with you at all. If it does, come on down to the comments below and share whether it's an aha moment or an experience you've had from the past. I would love to hear about it, and I know the community would as well, because when we share our stories, we all help each other learn and grow. As always, thank you so much for being here. I'm Dani Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more food for thought. Cheers.